till all are one.
You got the touch. You got the power. You got the touch. You got the power. You're at your best when love gets.
Okay, and here is the video review for the new Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Dinobot Slug, or Slag, if you want to call him by his G1 name. They're not calling him Slag anymore. They're calling him Slug, because apparently Slag is a swear word in the Transformers universe. But still, here he is, as a Triceratops, a stylized sort of Triceratops. And he's a small dino. He's a small Dinobot, small dinosaur mode, compared to Scorn. He's going to be bigger than Grimlock, because Grimlock was a Voyager. But still, you know, he's a nice looking dinosaur. He's got a neat little head sculpt. He's got this stylized crest here. He's got the traditional 3 horns, and he's also got some horns under his lower jaw. They put some horns up here on his shoulder blades, and they gave him these ridges on the back. They gave him sort of a spiky little tail here at the end, the stylized tail. So, you know, overall, you know, I think some people may have complained that they stylized him a little bit too much. But I like him. I think he's a good design. I like the coloring. He's a purple. You know, the main body is he's a lot of purple with some silver highlights, and then they gave these reddish orange purple on his crest. So the coloring, I think, is pretty good. There's not a whole lot of posability in dinosaur mode. You can move his legs around, flip his tail up if you want, but that's about it. One thing you did want to notice that the horns here, there's a lot of soft molded plastic on this guy. His horns are soft and molded. This horn is soft and molded. His lower jaw is soft and molded. The end of his tail here is a lot of soft and molded. And, you know, I know why they do that, because with the soft plastic, molded plastic like that, you can get more detail. And, you know, I think overall, in the long run, it's going to be more durable, I think, for you. Less of these horns maybe breaking off, or the bits on his tail breaking off over time. It's kind of like what they did with the original Generation 1 Seekers and Starscream. They gave the little rubber tips on the nose cones so that the nose cones wouldn't break off over time. But, you know, these feel very durable. They're well made, so I don't ever feel like these are going to just sort of snap off or break over time. But here he is. Rawr, dinosaur mode. So let's go ahead and get this guy into robot mode and take a look at him. Okay, and here is Slug in robot mode. And I didn't show you the weapons in dinosaur mode. There is a place, though. The weapon storage for dinosaur mode is to take his swords, which are made out of the same soft plastic as his horns and everything, and sort of stick them in the side of his dinosaur mode, which looks really stupid. I'll include a picture at the end of the video. I'll take a picture of it. That's how you store it. It basically looks like a Triceratops running at you with two swords sticking out of his sides. And I thought it was kind of dumb. So I don't ever store them that way. But here he is in robot mode. And it's not a bad robot mode. Continuing on with the sort of night motif that they've been doing with the Grimlock. They also do with Scorn. Apparently, if you're a Dinobot in the new movie, you have a lot of spiky armor, and you have pointy jester shoes. because they all have pointy feet like that, which I thought was weird. But right there is his knight helmet. And there's a lot of good detailing on this guy. The chest plate, a lot of good detailing in here on the chest plate and the torso. Got a really cool knight helmet there. A little bit of kibble. You can see the split dino heads. They sort of make his shoulder blades. And his tail sort of hangs on his back. But overall, he's not bad. He's not my favorite of the Dinobots currently available. That would be Scorn, but we'll get to that review in a little bit. The only sort of complaint that I have is that these legs here that are his dino legs, they tab in. There's the tab on the legs that tabs into the side of his torso. And they don't tab in very well. Like, they tab in, but if you start turning his torso and fiddling with his legs, those arms tend to pop out. I guess it's a minor gripe. And of course the weapon placement of the way you can store his weapons in Dino mode. That was a completely odd design of how they did it. But other than that, I mean, this guy's got some really good posability. He's got a head swivel, shoulders, elbows up and down. He's got a waist swivel, articulation here at the hip and at the knee. So you can get him into some pretty dynamic poses. He's probably my second favorite. Well, of course, there's only 3 right now, so my favorite is Scorn. But as I've been noticing, at least in my area, out of all the stores that carry him, Target, Toys R Us, and all that, there seems to be more of Scorn and less of Slug. I don't know if he's short-packed or if people are just kind of scarfing him up. So I'm seeing a lot more of Scorn on the shelves than Slug on the shelves. So, you may want to, if this is somebody that you're interested in, you may want to go down to your local toy store or department store and snatch you up a copy. Snatch you up a figure of $14.99 is what these Dinobots are going for. The deluxe class. Not too bad. But overall, I'm really starting to like these Dinobots. I can't wait to get all 7 and get a group army shot going, but here he is. Buddha Deluxe Class Slug.